Faith is taking the first step even when you don't see the whole staircase. We must build dikes of courage to hold back the flood of fear. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. The time is always right to do what is right. Human salvation lies in the hands of the creatively maladjusted. Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. Take the first step in faith. You don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step. We may have all come on different ships, but we're in the same boat now. Life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? In the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. Change does not roll in on the wheels of inevitability, but comes through continuous struggle. Free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last. Hatred paralyzes life, love releases it. Hatred confuses life, love harmonizes it. Hatred darkens life, love illuminates it. Love is the only force capable of transforming an enemy into a friend. We are not makers of history. We are made by history. If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward. Let no man pull you so low to hate him. Forgiveness is not an occasional act. It is a constant attitude. The good neighbor looks beyond the external accidents and discerns those inner qualities that make all men human and, therefore, brothers. We must accept finite disappointment, but never lose infinite hope. Never succumb to the temptation of bitterness. The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy. No one really knows why they are alive until they know what they die for. Only in the darkness can you see the stars. A riot is the language of the unheard. Peace is not merely a distant goal we seek, but a means by which we arrive at that goal. We are prone to judge success by the index of our salaries or the size of our automobiles rather than by the quality of our service and relationship to mankind. There comes a time when silence is betrayal. We cannot walk alone. We will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. A genuine leader is not a searcher for consensus, but a molder of consensus. The whole system of education must be so directed as to reinforce in the child the conviction that he is undoubtedly equal to all others. Courage is the power of the mind to overcome fear. Freedom does not come free, you have to work for it. Out of the mountain of despair, a stone of hope. And damn his treacherous flatteries without winking. True peace is not merely the absence of tension, it is the presence of justice. The first principle of value that we need to rediscover is this: that all reality hinges on moral foundations. In other words, that this is a moral universe, and that there are moral laws of the universe just as abiding as the physical laws. The quality, not the longevity, of one's life is what counts. Freedom is never voluntarily given by the oppressor. It must be demanded by the oppressed. Nothing in all the world is more dangerous than sincere ignorance and conscientious stupidity. The time is right to do what is right. Every man must decide whether he will walk in the light of creative altruism or the darkness of destructive selfishness. Non-cooperation with evil is as much a moral obligation as is cooperation with good. Love is the only way. But our moral lag must be redeemed. When scientific power outruns moral power, we end up with guided missiles and misguided men. Lightning makes no sound until it strikes. The function of education is to teach one to think intensively and to think critically. Intelligence plus character, that is the goal of true education. A man who won't die for something is not fit to live. No one gives up his privileges without strong resistance. The arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends toward justice. There comes a time when one must take a position that is neither safe, nor politic, nor popular, but he must take it because conscience tells him it is right. We must learn to live together as brothers or perish together as fools. He who passively accepts evil is as much involved in it as he who helps to perpetrate it. Intelligence plus character, that is the goal of true education. A lie cannot live. We must come to see that the end we seek is a society at peace with itself, a society that can live with its conscience. Everybody can be great because anybody can serve. You don't have to have a college degree to serve. You don't have to make your subject and verb agree to serve. You only need a heart full of grace, a soul generated by love. We must use time creatively, in the knowledge that the time is always right to do right. If these words inspired you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video to spread Dr. King's timeless message of peace and equality. Comment below which quote touched your heart the most, and remember, keep your dream alive.